Juliane Koepcke's life was closely intertwined with the heart of the Amazon rainforest. She was born in Lima, Peru, and her parents, Maria and Hans Wilhelm Koepcke, were devoted to studying the natural world. The Koepcke family established the Panguana Ecological Research Station, which drew Juliane into the dense, green jungle. However, when she was 14, Juliane left the rainforest to finish her high school education in Lima, bridging two very different worlds. In December 1971, at the age of 17, Juliane and her mother embarked on a journey to reunite with her father in Pucallpa for Christmas. Their flight was a small reflection of life's unpredictability. The busy airport was full of anticipation due to previous flight cancellations. On the morning of Christmas Eve, Juliane and her mother found themselves on Lanza Flight 508, seated near the back of the plane. They both were apprehensive about flying. The first part of the flight was routine, with breakfast served. However, suddenly, chaos struck as the plane entered a severe thunderstorm. The daylight vanished, and the plane shook violently. The passengers' world fell apart as bags, gifts, and belongings tumbled down. Juliane and her mother were caught in the midst of the superstorm, their calmness contrasting with the growing fear. The blinding flash of lightning near the wings signaled a terrifying descent. Juliane witnessed the plane nosedive, and chaos and cries gave way to an eerie silence. Juliane found herself alone, her mother gone, the plane shattered, and herself plummeting into the rainforest. Amid the chaos of falling wreckage and the jungle's embrace, Juliane fought to stay conscious. Her injuries, including a broken collarbone and a gash on her leg, darkened her experience. She landed in the middle of the jungle with dense trees surrounding her. She crawled further into the three-seat bench that she fell in, which had become her refuge in the thick rainforest. She laid there for the rest of the night. Her body was drenched, and her future was uncertain. The next morning, Juliane awoke to the magnificent sight of the rainforest bathed in golden light. Yet she was entirely isolated, far from civilization. She quickly realizes that her left eye is swollen shut. Her glasses were missing and her body was battered. Although exhausted, she eventually manages to rise to her feet. She begins to call for her mother, hoping she is nearby, but only silence responds. That's when she realizes her isolation. Despite her fears, she ventures forward. The rainforest's inhabitants become apparent. Ants, beetles, grasshoppers, and mosquitoes. She found a bag of candy nearby that had fallen with her and grabbed it for food. In order to quench any bit of thirst, she licked water droplets off of the plant leaves. She navigated the ecosystem using the survival skills her parents had taught her, identifying plants, insects, and finding comfort in the familiar sounds of the jungle. She suddenly hears the sound of running water close by, and after some time reaches a small stream that she hopes to follow to civilization. Days turned into mosquito-filled nights, marked by hunger and the torment of rain. Her wounds were her constant companions, and the unrelenting rainforest provided no relief. Juliane follows the stream, which in time became a large river. She cautiously avoided potential dangers like stingrays and piranhas. With determination, she swam along the rainforest's river in hopes that it might lead her to rescue. The sound of plane engines overhead brought both hope and despair. Her anger and desperation ebbed and flowed, but she refused to give up. The rain and cold nights tormented her, days blended together, and her strength slowly disappeared. Her injuries worsened, with second-degree burns scorching her skin from the heat of the sun. Hallucinations intensified, and her longing for sustenance grew more desperate. On the 10th day, Juliane spotted a boat on the riverbank, sparking renewed hope and urgency. She notices a trail up the riverbank and hopes to find people there, so she uses any strength left to climb to the top. However, her rescue remained elusive. At the top, all she sees is a small shack but no people. She decides to wait there in hopes of someone showing up. After hours passed and no sign of civilization, she decided to sleep there. On the 11th day, as hope and desperation battled within her, a lifeline appeared. Voices, which she had longed to hear, ended her solitude. 3 men emerged from the forest. She uttered the words that would connect her world with theirs. "I'm a girl who was in the Lanza crash. My name is Juliane." Forestry workers had found Juliane Koepcke on January 3, 1972, a testament to her extraordinary resilience. Amidst the lush Amazon rainforest, she had endured 11 days of isolation, emerging as its sole survivor. Today, as a biologist and librarian, Juliane continues to honor her family's research station, Panguana, welcoming scientists from around the world to explore and protect the delicate balance of life she once navigated with unwavering determination. She has since written a book titled When I Fell from the Sky, about her experience in the Amazon rainforest. This video shared an incredible story of survival and human determination. If you enjoy stories like this, please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.